Have you ever waited for something to happen and then got impatient? Maybe you got tired of waiting on your teacher to call on you and you just blurted out the answer. Or maybe you even skipped to the front of a line when you felt like it was moving too slowly. In the book of Exodus, God had just made a covenant with the children of Israel on Mount Sinai, a promise that they would be His people and He would be their God. But after 40 days, they got tired of waiting and decided to take matters into their own hands.
In the wilderness of Sinai, in what is today referred to as the Sinai Peninsula, is a place called Jabal Musa, one of the possible locations of Mount Sinai mentioned in the Bible. God had called Moses up to the mountain to make with him a covenant and to give him the law, His commandments for loving God and loving our neighbor. The people remained at the foot of the mountain and waited for Moses to return. But after 40 days, they grew impatient. Jehovah God wasn't doing what they wanted Him to do, so they decided to make their own God. The people came to Aaron, Moses' brother and God's chosen high priest, and they demanded that he make them an idol that they could worship in the way that they wanted. Instead of being patient and waiting on the Lord, Aaron foolishly obeyed the voice of the people, gathered up their gold, and formed a golden calf. Look at all these idols in this temple in Luxor, a city in central Egypt. Remember, the children of God were surrounded by idols like this when they lived there. These idols may have looked similar to the golden calf that Aaron wanted to make. The Israelites had just seen with their own eyes how God had proven that He was stronger than all the false gods in Egypt, and now the people wanted to make a god of their own. As Moses stood at the top of Mount Sinai, God saw what the people were doing and said to Moses, "Go down, for your people whom you brought out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way that I commanded them. They have made for themselves a golden calf and have worshipped it and sacrificed to it and said, 'These are your gods, O Israel, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt.'"
The Israelites had so long been slaves in Egypt that they were unwilling to make themselves slaves to God, to trust Him to be the loving and compassionate master that He promises to be. They grew impatient and again enslaved themselves to a false god, a master that cared nothing for them. Israel was out of Egypt, but God wanted Egypt out of Israel. We shouldn't try to take matters into our own hands and serve a God of our own making, to go back into the slavery of sin. We all need a master, someone that will lead us, guide us, and care for us. And there is no golden calf that we can create that would be better than God Himself.